We Americans love queens, be they homecoming or dairy. This woman, however, is an imposter!
Shepard Smith at CBC Global Headquarters. We interrupt regular programming to announce that the Royal Palace has just informed Great Britain's Queen Elizabeth II has died.
Oh, looks like our birdhouse is benefiting from positive word of peace.
Brace yourselves, family. We're about to meet a being with intelligence far beyond ours.
Hello, I'm Elon Musk.
Die!
What the?
Dad, no! Elon Musk is possibly the greatest living inventor. I guess humanity wants its change one birdhouse at a time.
The world's richest man is now promising a Twitter makeover, renaming his own account Chief Twit and proclaiming the bird is free.
When it comes to the Simpsons, they are legendary and infamous for their ability to see the future. They've been uncannily accurate throughout their history and have predicted everything from future world leaders, the crashing of certain nations' wealth, who would win the Nobel Peace Prize, and more. But the catch with this is that their ability is so well known that many people will say that they predicted something accurately, and yet that isn't true. 2020 has been quite a year in terms of world events, and it's left people wondering, what ones did the Simpsons accurately predict? We'll break it down for you, but before we do that, go ahead and do us a favor by leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Do you want to win an iPhone 12, maybe a MacBook Pro? How about $500 cash? All you have to do is comment the secret hidden message somewhere in this video. That's it. Oh, and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep affording these giveaways. Winner will be announced at the last day of each month. Thanks for watching and good luck. Number 6. The death of the Queen.
1596. 1598. 1600. Sweet. Excellent question. Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president.
Given how The Simpsons predicted the rise of Donald Trump to the presidency, you'd think that they would have made a claim about when certain world leaders would pass on, specifically Queen Elizabeth II. She was someone who had a big impact on the world for decades, yet everyone knew she would pass on eventually, and there were some claims that The Simpsons predicted her death for 2020, but they didn't.
Helen?
Wasn't I wearing a hat?
Yes, you were. Now, in conclusion, my administration will focus on the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and refilling the ocean. Thank you very much.
It all started when a cartoon version of the longest reigning queen in British history became viral. In the image, the queen was seen lying in a casket, and below it was written Elizabeth II, 1926 to 2022. Rumors started airing as this image contained a sticker in the background from The Simpsons, displaying the D-Day date, September 8th, 2022. Please note that all such images and memes were as fake as they come. In reality, The Simpsons never predicted the Queen's death. Various reliable sources clarified that the Queen appeared as a character on the American sitcom only 6 times.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke?
But in none of the instances, it was ever predicted that the Queen would pass away. It's honestly a little surprising that they didn't, given their satire over the years, and they've killed many characters in one form or another. We guess the late Queen was one they didn't want to predict for one reason or another. Number 5. Robots taking over.
Power's out.
Your father must be sleeping on his side again.
The Simpsons team of writers have continued to astonish fans with their eerie predictions. In season 6 of the series, Homer was seen feeling threatened for his life when a bunch of robots came to harm his family. It was said, "Gotta listen to me." The elementary chaos theory tells us that all robots will eventually turn against their masters and run them up.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. EEPROM BIOS Auto Boot.
Now this is something that has been showcased in Love, Death Plus Robots too. While the prediction hasn't become an absolute reality, the incredible advances in technology and the AI's takeover are signs that this could potentially happen.
Conversation mode? They can talk? I just have to press this button, right?
Human interaction mode activated. Initiate conversation.
Will you be my friend?
Friendship cannot exist between man and machine, but I can simulate interest in your statements.
And it's something that's been happening already. FYI, PwC predicts that by the mid-2030s, up to 30% of jobs could be automated. It has also been reported that machines would replace 40% of the world's workers within 15 to 20 years. So whether this is true or not, it depends on your interpretation of taking over, because it's very true that robots are becoming more pronounced in our world today.
So, Bart the Little Dickens is going through that phase where young boys think their dad's an idiot.
Sounds like you were having family difficulties.
That's exactly what I'm having. So, it's 5 o'clock. Time for Moe's.
My watch says 3, 4, 5.
Let's go.
Our programming restricts our movement.
And they're taking over jobs, but they haven't overtly hurt people. Then again, you could argue that this is an inevitability due to the military trying to make various robot companions and drones to help out soldiers in the field. So as in all things, it's perspective. Number 4, Shiba Inu.
Professor Frink, I want to thank you so much for letting me visit you. Oh, you got started in science.
Oh, science? Well, I was created by science, my dear child. Notice me. But I never had my breakthrough. In a world of Einsteins...
Cryptocurrency is something that people are still debating to this day in terms of efficacy. And don't get us started on NFTs. And given that Bitcoin has been around for over a decade, it was logical that the Simpsons would touch on it eventually. And sure enough, they did. In 2019, a startling prediction was made in The Simpsons Season 31, Episode 13, called Frinkcoin.
Anyway, I will explain cryptocurrency by clicking a link to TV's most beloved scientist.
Think so. For cryptocurrency to work, we need a record of every transaction.
In this episode, the writers made a comical mention of the crypto coin called Shiba Inu coin. It was narrated that the Simpsons family was eating lunch at the Lentil Institution when Lisa chooses Professor Frink, developer of Frinkcoin, and interviews him.
It's too bad your name isn't famous. No idea what that means.
What do they teach you at that school?
How to get the teacher's copy.
Parsons.
People think I'm a nerd, but I'm actually currency. Kachinga. These are recorded in what's called a distributed ledger.
Mr. Frink becomes a rich man thanks to Frinkcoin, but later gets involved in a tussle as Smithers gathers a team to create Burnscoin, developing a formula so it could evaluate Frinkcoin. During the episode, a newspaper clipping showcases the face of Shiba Inu coin.
How did he make his money? Paraffin? Castor oil? Whalebone? I have it in my crypt.
No, sir. This is a new kind of digital currency based on blockchain.
Oh!
This new currency has made Professor Frink the richest man in Springfield.
Fast forward, Frink loses all his money in the process. In May 2022, the Shiba Inu coin dropped down by 16.5% to 0.00001494 cents, but still, it remained significant that The Simpsons rightly predicted the fall. Not only this, the series has mentioned several other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, all through its episodes. We're gonna be fair here, The Simpsons aren't the only ones to predict the fall of crypto.
Hi, Professor. I wanted to see how you're enjoying your newfound...
Pay off student loans. It's just strange. I have the fame and fortune.
Well, maybe it's time to take care of yourself now. What are the things that you've always wanted?
That bit unwieldy.
Many financial people have been saying for a long time that it would crash. A recent drop in the market has enforced that, but The Simpsons did make this specific prediction, and thus, we have it here. Number 3, Tom Hanks.
Are you tired of the same old Grand Canyon?
Here we are, kids. The Grand Canyon.
It's so old and boring. I want a new one. Now!
Hello, I'm Tom Hanks.
This scene is one that many have cited over and over again was a correct prediction from The Simpsons, but it wasn't until 2022 that it became a truly valid one. If you've watched the 2007 movie, The Simpsons, there is a scene where Tom Hanks makes a cameo appearance in an advert watched by the Simpsons family. In the David Silverman directed film, it's shown that during the commercial, a father takes his children to visit the Grand Canyon. However, his daughter gets unimpressed by the old structure and demands a new Grand Canyon.
The U.S. government has lost its credibility, so it's borrowing some of mine.
Toss my hair, Mr. Hanks.
Sure thing, son.
This is when the American culture icon and multiple Grammy winner enters the scene. The Splash actor says the US government lost its credibility, so it's borrowing some of mine. The irony became very apparent this year via the current US president. Hanks did appear in a commercial and spoke about the country's determination to overcome the economic hardships following the COVID-19 pandemic. The video revolves around America's theme of rebuilding its economy and highlighting the success of Biden's administration so far. So yeah, the government did call on Tom Hanks to help their credibility.
Now, I'm pleased to tell you all about the new Grand Canyon. Coming this weekend. It's east of Shelbyville and south of Capital City.
Life imitating art. Number 2, Ukraine war.
Junk. Beyonce confirms she will play at my daughter's Sweet 16 party.
Easily one of the most tragic events of this year is that of the war in Ukraine. It's still going on right now, and many wonder when it will stop. While Russia's invasion of Ukraine was inevitable in most pundits' eyes, social media users think The Simpsons must be credited for predicting the event in the late 90s. In the episode The Simpsons Tide, Season 9, Episode 19, which premiered in 1998, a United Nations meeting is featured, where representatives of each country meet to discuss their country's plans.
Well, sir, treason season started early this year as a nuclear sub was hijacked by local man Homer Simpson.
Oh my God! I told him that photo would come back to haunt him.
Could Homer Simpson be a His father spoke out on his behalf.
The representatives from Russia argue that they wanted the rest of the world to assume that the Soviet Union was in the past. A scene comes where one can see several soldiers lying beneath the Soviet Union flag. While the prediction was instantly termed real when Russia invaded the Ukraine in February 2022. However, one of the writers of the show argued that this prediction was merely based on the everlasting tensions present between the two countries. That didn't stop people from saying that this was a real prediction, and as a result, they made images taken from multiple episodes to affirm the prediction.
The Soviet Union will be pleased to offer amnesty to your wayward vassal.
The Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up.
Yes, that's what we wanted you to think.
That's all fake, and while The Simpsons have done war episodes in the past, they don't directly do things like predict war with other nations, or at least, not this specific one. Number 1, the Future Reveal episode. The irony of all of these real and fake predictions is the fact that The Simpsons is soon to have an episode in their current season that will reveal the truth behind how The Simpsons has correctly predicted so many things in the past. And make no mistake, they have predicted a lot of right, but they've also gotten plenty wrong by their writers' own admission. We know that the real truth behind the predictions is the writers have the time and the foresight to see where things are going, and trying to predict things through that. How the upcoming episode will handle the truth is anyone's guess, but we can say that it likely will be pure satire and allow them to cover their bases for whatever predictions they make next. Just remember, while it's clever and cool that The Simpsons have been able to do this over time, they're not the end-all be-all of predictions, so don't take everything you see as true at face value, especially on the internet. And there you have it, everyone. A look at the real and fake claims that The Simpsons made about 2022 and what we should make of them. Are you glad that The Simpsons didn't predict everything that happened this year? Do you think that there was one prediction The Simpsons made that it turned out was a lie, or vice versa? What do you think they'll reveal in their upcoming meta episode? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.